Every year to mark this day, 343 Colorado firefighters come together to honor the 343 firefighters who died.
The climb is the equivalent of 110 stories, of course, the 110 stories in the World Trade Center, which those firefighters climbed to save others. 9 News reporter Evan Krugel is live outside the Denver Fire Department with why this year's climb held so much extra significance.
Yeah, Sam, Alex, this was the 20th year they've done this climb here in Denver. But this year certainly was a bit different because for the first time, the number of firefighters who have passed away from illnesses connected to 9/11 has now surpassed the number who died on that actual day. A sobering statistic that was certainly on the minds of those climbing up today. Most people would choose the elevator to get to the top floor of a Denver skyscraper. But this morning,
these are the names and photos of those we're climbing for today.
Eric Morgenthaler had different plans.
Feeling pretty good right now. We're ready. Our team's ready. Castle Rock's ready. We are team 3, so we're going up in a few minutes.
Step by step, Eric and 342 other Colorado firefighters climbed to the top of Denver's second tallest building. 2 trips up, totaling the 110 stories of the World Trade Center, and leaving Eric exhausted.
You can feel the aches and pains as you get older. Certainly doesn't get easier as you get older. But I think, again, there's this sense of accomplishment that once you're done, some of that pain goes away.
Eric chose to push through, honoring not just the firefighters who died in the attacks, but those who responded, who have died since.
The number this year of firefighters that worked at Ground Zero in New York City that have died since September 11th has surpassed that initial 343 that were killed on September 11th, 2001.
Scott Eccles always knew this day would come when he started the Denver 9/11 Memorial Stair Climb 20 years ago. But he didn't know it would happen so quickly. Many of the deaths are from cancer, directly attributed to the things firefighters touched and breathed in that day.
It's a big deal.
Eric has been doing the climb for 15 years and says the changes since 9/11 are significant.
The respiratory protection that we have now is better. Deconning equipment that we do, having 2 sets of protective clothing.
He says today's climb is a chance to reflect on those lost, while honoring them by making changes to protect future generations of firefighters.
Not to forget what firefighters do and what happened to the United States on that day.
Now, many of those 363 deaths are being directly linked to leukemia and other types of cancer. It's certainly something we're seeing in agencies across the state of Colorado currently. Sam, Alex, this is something those in the fire service often refer to as the silent killer.
Right, and we need to mitigate that silent killer. So Evan, tell us about the changes that some of these departments will be making.
Yeah, there are so many things that these departments are doing now that they weren't doing 23 years ago. Among them, most firefighters now carry 2 sets of bunker gear instead of just wearing 1. They also no longer wear them as a badge of pride when they're dirty and covered in soot. They will wash those off immediately, switch over to that other gear. In general, it's really all about exposing the human body to those toxins less than they did back then. And that's certainly something they continue to learn about even to this day.
Good information on this day of remembrance.
I know.
Thank you, Evan.